Let's talk social life. Little relationships. Yeah, Alon?
Me? Wait, what?
We're just shifting it onto you now.
Well, you're the guest.
Well, Alon, we're curious about you, yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
Me? I've got nothing to say.
Any
You got
plans?
nothing to
Yeah.
say?
No updates.
Even high school? Nothing?
Nothing.
No, nothing? No prom?
Were you, did you go to prom, homecoming?
I didn't. I broke up with my girlfriend a week before prom.
Oh,
man.
Wait, I had like 3 girlfriends, and all of them ended February. Like the weekend
Were
before
they all like a
Valentine's
year?
Day.
Wait, why was your prom so early?
J prom was very early. Senior prom was like June or something.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a J prom?
Yeah, junior prom.
Is that for like non-seniors?
It was just juniors.
Oh, what the fuck?
Interesting.
I mean, it wasn't big. Like we just went to an aquarium. It's like a field trip,
So
class field
wrong.
trip. The senior
Okay.
prom was like in a nice ballroom, and then I Play America.
No.
It's like a big amusement park. They just went like post prom, right? You guys have post prom?
I
Yes.
didn't really do
Where was your
much,
post prom?
It was at a bowling alley.
Yeah, yeah. It's like that's pretty much what we did.
but,
What a time, dude.
Till 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
gotta be.
were each of your things like 1 year? Like,
Yeah, spaced out?
high school?
No, I don't think I've ever had more than like a 1 month thing in high school.
Oh, they were all like a month.
Yeah.
January to
Like,
February.
Listen,
New year,
Yeah.
new girlfriend.
it happens.
It happens. You start a new class, meet some people.
Do you want to like spill some tea, get some feelings out right now? You know?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for the CMUT though.
All right, why
Oh,
don't?
CMUT.
The CMUT is wild.
Yeah.
That's like
Okay. Okay, let's start with the high school thing and we'll transition.
yeah.
Okay. How about your first one? What's
How
your
much do I
name?
remember about my?
You
high
forgot her
school?
name already. It's erased.
The hell was her name, bro?
Oh shit.
Oh, I remember. It was Snehi. SNEHI.
What the
Snehi.
fuck? Already
Yeah.
sounds like a snake. Yeah. Snahy. Okay.
Yeah, Snehi, right? So junior year, this was. Oh, there's backstory to this.
Wait,
So-
junior year? I thought you had 3 in high school.
I did. There's backstory to this. Yeah. So, all of like 8th to 10th grade, I was in love with like this one girl, and
In love.
yeah, and like as close as can be, dude. Like I didn't know what love was, but I was like the closest thing to
Alright,
love
alright,
with
yeah.
this person, right? Her name was Elizabeth Johnson.
Oh,
Lizzie
white.
Johnson. No, she was Indian.
What?
Like Will's girl. Like pretty much like exactly like Will's girl, right? Elizabeth Bright. Like I'm sure the same part of India. It's like Christian Malayalis. Malayalam
Wait,
Christian.
Elizabeth, isn't she? I thought she was half Indian.
Yeah, but like the Indian is definitely from Malayalam because that's like the part of India where you can like have Joe Smith from India. Yeah, right. So anyway, right. So we were like as close as can be, right? But it was like the high school thing where like both people were too afraid to make a move. So it was the usual like walk down the hallway, arms touching, like shoulders touching. Like the closer you walk, the more you like each other, right? Right? It do be like that, right? So genius that I was like, let's get a girlfriend to make her jealous, right? Very smart idea. So this girl, and it started in pre-calc was the class. She was sitting right in front of me, right? And I was sitting next to an ESL kid, right? So like, but he was my boy. So his name was. I can remember his.
He was your boy.
Yeah, I remember his.
No.
Dude, I remember his Chinese name, but not his real name.
What's his Chinese name?
Chuan Duo, I think.
Chuango.
His name was that.
Okay.
That's how he said it too. So him, and then the person sitting in front of him was his girlfriend, right?
Ooh, okay.
So-
Double date. Freaked out.
Yeah, right. So it's like his girlfriend, dude, and she was like, she goes to MIT, right? And she's
Wow.
like Omega Brain. Right? Her name
Right.
was Haija.
They still together?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Highly doubt it. They were like on and off as long enough can be. So anyway, so we're in pre-calc, we're like hanging out, right? And then all of a sudden we're like just staying after school, talking and stuff, normal things. And then I was like, one day I was walking with her, and I was just like, let me just hold her hand, see what happens, right? So we did it, right? And then nice, we did that. Of course, nothing happened. We both went home, started like texting, calling, whatever. And then it's so sad. Everyone in my house sleeps at 9, right? Like lights out at 9. So what
Same.
I would do is like turn on my fan so that you couldn't hear me like talking to someone. So I would like call her from like 9 to midnight almost every night on my phone, right? So one night I was the night of the handhold, whatever, right? I was talking. I was like, "What would you say if I asked you to be my girlfriend?" And she was like, "I was waiting for you to ask." Right? So it starts very nice, and then as soon as it starts, she was like, the next day she lost half her friend group.
Ooh.
What?
And I was like, why? Has to do with me? And she was like, yeah, dude, apparently you're hated. And I was like, really? Really?
What?
Like, this is crazy, right? So there's the back.
The most high school drama I've ever heard.
I know, dude. I know.
What the fuck?
It was mad, and I was like, these were girls that I've talked to, like I was friends with, right? And just like out of nowhere,
They hate you behind your back, man.
and they are Indian. It's like, how it be? No, I was like ashamed of my high school self, dude. It's so sad. I was like 120 pounds. Thought I was the guy.
Do you think
How?
Do you think you know why they hated you? Like, do you?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I was like super flirty,
There's a
super like
reason
a-hole
why.
vibes,
Okay.
super douche vibes.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I even carried that freshman year. That's why I got a
What, sorry?
girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh.
How did you do that handhold? You're just like,
Oh, like first you start like put her arm on her shoulder and then like transition. to
dude,
the hand.
this guy's a player, dude. I would never be able to do that. Like, I was fucking nervous as fuck when.
I was also
I'm gonna
nervous.
let you.
I was also very nervous, but
Yeah.
it helps when like I didn't know this, but at the time, two of the guys on the basketball team who I was close to, they were like behind lockers, like watching me, and so they were like waiting for me to do something, and I just hear, "Hey, that's my guy!" So I had an audience. That helped, dude. That helped. Like she got so ashamed. She was blushing. And I was like, "What do I do now?"
Okay, so how did this fall apart?
It fell apart when. It fell apart when she went to Washington D.C. to do some. The hell was she doing?
Quiz bowl.
We had like Model UN debate
Speech
and something
bubble.
else. It was
What?
like. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Geography.
But it was like.
Science Olympiad.
No, it was a political thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Some random thing you're doing. Like they went to D.C. to do some like politics type stuff,
Okay.
some legislation thing. It's like close to Model UN, right? It was for the kids who couldn't do Model UN or debate.
Right.
Right, so she was doing that. She went to DC, and just at the time she was going to DC, this like other girl started talking to me, and she was like, "It's not as bad as it sounds, okay?"
Bro.
She was just like, we were just hanging out talking because we were like doing homework together, right? And so one night we're just like calling about homework, and she like breaks out her ukulele and starts playing ukulele. It's like 10 p.m. right on the phone, right? And then she's like, "What's the ukulele? Riptide." She's just like playing Riptide.
I like it
Right?
too.
It's like the generic ukulele song.
Time.
Yeah, right? Anyone who knows Riptide, like, they play it. So she's playing it, right? And then I just put my phone down and I just go to sleep, right? Because, like,
And she's
I'm
just playing the
she's
whole
just playing
time.
ukulele the whole time. And eventually, like, she falls asleep. So I wake up in the morning. It's like a 13-hour call, right? Like, I wake up because her mom was like, "Wake up, Serena." And that woke me up. I was like, "Oh, shit, this happened." And I was like, "Wait, this is fine. Like, I did nothing, right?" My girl did not like Serena at all. She was like,
How'd she find out though? Did you
"No,
tell her?
I told her because like I was like nothing
Okay.
wrong with it. I thought nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. So I told her I was like, "Hey, this happened," and then she was like, "What? How could you do this to me?" I was like,
That's so high.
"Wait, pause the soap opera for a sec. Let's calm down here. Nothing happened, right?" And she goes, "Yeah, well, the second I was in DC, you started listening to another girl's ukulele." I was like, "Well, if that's the bar, I guess it's done, dude." So I was like, I took a day, right? I was like, let's pause. Let me take a day. So I was like at home, and my mom was like, "Why are you sad? What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with you." And I was like, "Mom, this was going on." And she's like, "You're the loser, dude. Why are you with these girls? Like, you don't deserve them, dude. They're dumb. You're worse. Like, forget all of them." Right? And so I was like, "Okay, thanks, Mom." So next day, break up with her, like walk her to class, and I'm like, we can be friends, but dating's not for me, right?
Oh,
And she goes, "We
shit.
just won't be friends." And I was like, "Yeah."
No.
And I was like, "That's probably gonna happen, but we just say it." Yeah, so that ended. And then, by the way, so the girl I was trying to make jealous, right,
Elizabeth.
gets a boyfriend,
Of course.
Oh.
right?
To make you jealous.
Yeah.
Mine lasted a month. Hers lasted 2 years.
Oh. But it lasted.
It lasted 2 years.
which
She
means-
even hit me up after it. And I was like, "Hey, do you want to go to prom?" And she was like, "If you asked me a day earlier, we could have gone to prom. I was going with this other friend." And so I was like, I was done with life. I was like, I'm going to study philosophy. It's deep. That actually got me into philosophy.
No, man.
Now I get why you like Nietzsche.
Like, my closest friend from high school, he goes to Cornell. He's like the only one from high school I talk to. he told me one time, he was like, what happened to you, dude? In 8th grade, you knew everybody. 9th grade, you knew like 75% of everybody. And then my senior year, you knew nobody. And I was like, dude, I was just so shocked by this like relationship. And I was like, first, like her friend group just walking out on her. Of course, once we break up, they're like, hey, we love you again, right? And then second, just like, wait, talking to someone is wrong. Talking equals cheating. It's like ukulele equals sleeping with someone, dude. These two things. And then third, I was like, I took AP Lang, right? And I took AP US History. And that class was like the hardest class in our high school, but it was my favorite teacher because she loved me. She would like bring me up in front of the class and like debate with me for no reason. Yeah, exactly, right? Like I would like go home and like read history just to like impress her and stuff, right? So I think it was a combination of those three things, and I was like, I'm really dumb right now. I don't need a girlfriend. Let me like find something that's really cool.
My man.
Do it. Get in, right?
My man.
So that's what I did with philosophy. And after it, I was just like, I still was talking to a couple of people, but then I just started seeing people differently, you know? Like in senior year, our teacher was a 300-pound Italian man. Like, definitely had connections to the mafia, right? One summer later, he was 195. Buff as hell. Like the before and after pictures, like ridiculous, right? Like, he also said in class, I have a trophy husband. Like his wife makes bank. He just comes to class. This is what he does in class, right? So, okay, you know how sauerkraut is made, right?
No. Wait, pickle something?
Yeah, it's like pickled cabbage, right?
Yeah.
So he just ferments cabbage in class and makes protein shakes in class. That's what he did. And he just put West Wing, like the show West Wing. That's during class.
What class is
AP US History. Or no, AP Government, US Government. Yeah. And that's what he did, right? For the entire class. Right? And then the best thing, one time, during a test, right? We all go to a separate classroom to take a test. He stands up, 20 minutes in the test. Guys, I'm gonna step out for 5 minutes. Do whatever you need to do. Verbatim, right? So half the class crowds me, another half crowds this other girl, right? And then for one question, we had a different answer. And this one dude in the class is like, it's fight night, let's go. Right? And then they're all standing in like these two clusters, right? He comes back and he's like, as I expected. Bro.
My man.
It was crazy.
What?
Not the point of the story. So the point was, in this class, I sat next to this one guy on the football team and the best basketball player in our grade, right? I knew him before, and he was like, he's also Indian, but his name was Luke Burston. So, yeah, he's like half black, half Indian, right?
Oh, interesting.
It's like athletics from the black, and like, what he didn't tell anyone was...
Like Kamala Harris, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't like her. We'll get into that. Again.
I
don't like her.
Politics!
But she like doesn't... She like puts black above Indian, right? Like, she doesn't say she's Indian. Right? She can just approve it, say she's both, but she's like, nah, I'm the first black first. Female and black. Which is fair.
Yeah.
You know? Like, play the room, but still I don't like her. Anyway. So, I was talking, right, about this class, right? The basketball player. So, what he does is, he like doesn't want anyone to think he's smart. Because he's the best basketball player in our grade, right? And I'm like, why do you do this? And he's like, well, because they just look at you differently. And I was like, do they? Right? So like this entire time in the year, I would like try to get him to like actually be smart without like holding any regrets, right? Now he's chilling in Toronto, playing basketball, like doing academically well. And I was just like, damn, this guy is like such a nice guy, right? He's a down-to-earth guy. He had none of like, he's supposed to be like the jock character, right? None of that. Like nicest dude on the planet, right? I was shocked. And so the philosophy, the ukulele, the everything, dude, just changed my perspective on life. So I came into college, right? I'm like not gonna do shit. I'm just focus on academics and friends. That's it, right? Yeah. So 2 weeks into Interp, I'm making out with this girl in Tepper, right? Like in Tepper. Right?
In Tepper.
In Tepper.
No, like in the building Tepper.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah. You can like bleep or not bleep. I don't care. I don't think she cares either. But she's like BXA.
Okay.
She's CS and fine arts. So drawing, like art, right? Like painting and stuff.
Like
Alright.
Shiva. Do you know Shiva?
Yeah, she's best friend with Shiva.
Oh,
I
yeah?
know Shiva. Yeah. That's how I met Shiva too.
Yeah.
Dude, Shiva is quite a character.
He's an interesting
Very
guy.
fun to talk to.
Yeah. Very fun to talk to. I met him during O Week.
Me too.
And we just kind of like, every so often we just bump into each other. We just talk about, he always has something to say.
The first thing he said to me all week, I never met him, he's like, Jeff Bezos is gonna rule the world. First thing I saw. It's crazy.
I don't know this guy, but
Shiva Perry.
okay.
What a legend. Yeah. He also just like, so you took 112, right?
Yeah.
He's still working on his term project. He took it like freshman year, fall. He's that guy.
Oh, he's just improving it.
He's just improving it, yeah.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just has like a knack for learning
respect,
and information.
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, right, this girl, right? So we're in interp together, and obviously sitting next to each other because how else does it work, right? And the interp class is like one of the teacher classes where everyone's on the side and there's a couple of chairs in the middle. So I like sat in the middle, she sat right next to me, right? And so we'd always talk after class and stuff, and then. Damn. And then we watched Three Idiots one day.
Oh, classic. That's like the only Indian movie I've ever watched. But it's good. It's good.
No, it's good, but I'll never watch it again. Because both
Oh.
times I've like gotten involved with someone who's been watching Three Idiots. Because it's an awful movie, bro. Like, have you seen Three Idiots?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So there's so many points where you can just like bring the girl closer to you. Right? There's so many points. Right? So this happened. There's some solid stories. I feel like I'm talking too much. This
No,
good?
No,
we love
we
this.
want you to talk.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There's a lot of stories here. So one, right? We're watching Three Idiots, and we start making out, right? And then I go home. First thing I do is I knock on Iran's door, and he's like, "Anything happen?" "Yeah, dude, we made up." Just like carries me, right? Lifts me up and starts like jumping around. Let's go, my guy. Because up until this point, him and I were talking about all of this, right? And he goes, "That's my dude." And so next day we're like, obviously, yeah, boyfriend, girlfriend, yeah, right?
Was this in Tepper? You guys watched the movie?
Yeah, in one of the
Okay.
in the first floor, like the entry floor, in like one of those booth things.
Oh, what the fuck? Is
Yeah.
that not public visible? Like.
Oh, it's at like 10 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it was. It is what it is.
Don't give a fuck.
It is what it is, dude.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
alright.
we did that, right? And then, damn, this had a lot of red flags. So the relationship, the relationship itself, I went into it and I was like, as soon as we started dating, I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a college thing, okay? Like, nothing serious here. Because, side point, I like debated this with a lot of people, but I strongly believe like in the one, you know?
The one.
Right. Or like the one, but this one is gonna be like culturally very similar to you, right?
Okay.
Because I think like I enjoy a lot of my stuff is very very close to like my so I speak Telugu, right? It's like very like movies, food, songs, everything, right? So like when I'm working out, I would listen to Bollywood music, right?
Mhm.
Like it just hits different, right? And there's like I don't even understand all the words, but it's like the connotation, right? That hits different. So I want to be able to share that with someone and with my kids, right? Hello. Meanwhile,
Business call. It's your ex.
out of way. Wait. What?
Yo, Adam, you're live on the podcast right now.
What's up?
Choose your words carefully.
Oh shoot, I'm so sorry.
No.
Say what you need to say.
Yeah, Monique, I was wondering if you were still down for basketball at 5:30.
I am. Can I bring Alon and Patty if needed?
Of course. You
Wait, do you want to play spike ball instead?
No.
No.
Okay, but Alon and I do. Can we also play spike ball?
Well, what happened to shooting around at 5:30?
Yeah, we can shoot around and play spike ball. You tell me it's a beautiful day, dude.
I'm gonna go work out and then I'll join you for basketball.
Okay, work out right now, and then can you bring the spike ball sets wherever you work out?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, sounds
Wait,
good.
are we doing dinner also?
Let's do dinner
With,
also.
Will, Hidesh, and
Oh, can we do dinner with Will and Cole?
and Liz?
Yeah.
Can we bring Patty?
Of course. Dude, Patrick is always provided.
Yes.
And handsome and smart.
Oh my lord.
No,
You're doting
kiss
on me
ass?
so much right
Kiss
now.
ass
Holy
much?
shit. I'll get you on the podcast right away.
Next guest.
Next time. That would be me.
Okay, buddy. All right, sounds good. We'll text you when we're out.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Take care, buddy.
Oh my god.
Where were we?
So,
We're in the middle of the story.
in the
Red
middle
flags,
of the story,
yeah?
Red
red
flag.
flags. Yeah, red flags. Okay, the one, right? So I like literally told her like, essentially, you're not the one, right? This is a college thing. I think it even did come up. I was like, I think this is gonna be a temporary thing, right?
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Iran goes, what's wrong with you? Why is it the first thing you say to a girl?
Was this like on day 2?
Yeah, day 2.
Okay.
My mom goes, damn, honestly, I like that. And then, wait, after like like it all ended, I was like, Mom, did you really mean that? She was like, no, I knew as you said that, it's gonna end. So I was proud. I was like, yeah, my son is not gonna be stuck to this nonsense.
Okay.
Okay, so Iran's basically telling me like I'm a dumbass. I'm out here like I'm honest. I'll continue to be honest.
Honestly, maybe it is better that you.
It's better to define the relationship,
yeah,
right?
That's true. That's true.
Right? Okay, so but maybe not say like you're
Yeah.
not the one.
It depends on how you presented the information.
You are not the one.
No, I presented it like I
I
think
believe in the one. You're not it.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Okay, no, I actually just said like I think this is going to be a thing for college. If you're okay,
Okay,
with that,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
continue, right? And she goes, yeah, and then tells me why can't it last? And I was like, this is like this is the what we
You probably
define.
could have waited also because you got like 4 years fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
College.
Right, okay, so we're doing it. Honeymoon period is very nice. We go to like what's the Phipps, right? The botanical gardens. Yeah, Phipps is beautiful in the winter too. All the Christmas decorations, and the fountains. Yeah, very romantic.
I'll never experience it in the winter. On Christmas.
Oh, they still have it until January like 15th.
I still might not make it. Unfortunately.
We'll come back for it. We'll pay to get in next
We'll
year.
tell them to preserve it until you get back.
Yeah, so we're like doing very nice couple stuff. Honeymoon period, pretty boring. Oh yeah, rice purities test score dropped
Oh,
like
yeah,
60
classic.
points.
Classic.
Dude, I was a 97 coming into college.
What? Really?
Yeah.
You not kiss with your?
No, it was high school. Like, how close we got was like kiss on the cheek. I don't think that counts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like 90.
Wait. So like over this with this first girl.
Okay, bear in mind, I've never done any drugs or like any alcohol.
Yeah.
So to go from a 90 to a 47 is like
Oh, 47. I heard 60. What the fuck?
60 points lower.
Oh shit, bro. All right.
Yeah, so like shit happened, yeah. But I don't know, like I was telling my mom everything that's going on, very close, right? I was telling my dad too. My dad was like, "Yeah, you're a disgrace to the family." Like, my mom was like, "Your dad is crying. I love it. Let's keep it going." My brother was like, "Why do you have a girlfriend? Girls aren't cool." He's still in that phase, right? Like girls are not the move. And then
Those are not the move.
my mom was like, "Damn, so he's not gay after all." Yeah, so that was going on. And then, okay, story number one, my favorite story. So one night, Iran goes to Sigep, right? He's going shot for shot with this guy. His name is Gerard. He's a senior. He's gone, right? So Iran does 18 shots, right?
Whoa.
Oh my lord.
That guy also does 18 shots. So they're like, of course, not able to walk. So Iran calls me at 2 a.m. So, I'm at home in my apartment doing, like scandalous things, right? So at 2 a.m. he calls me and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I gotta go, like, save Iran, right? So I like leave her, go to Iran, get him. He's like on the house on Beeler. We live in Mudge. He can't move. He's also built like a marshmallow. I was like 110 pounds, right? So it's like raining. I'm trying to carry this guy. The road is fine, right? He thought we were on a hill. The road. That's how zooted this guy is, right? So we get into Mudge, right? Worst enemy ever. Stairs. Dude, I thought I was gonna get pancaked so many times carrying this guy. Like, Iran hasn't changed in weight. Holy shit, dude. That was ridiculous. So I get back, right? I bring Iran back. It's good, right? I go back to my girl, like, everything's fine. A week later, she's at a party, right? She's like a little tipsy, It's, oh wait, before that, the good dude Iran was against, right? The guy who took 18 shots, he went to jail that night.
Whoa.
Like, Iran
For what?
called me and went home. That dude left the place, found a bike, like on the street, started riding it, and got pulled over by the cops.
Oh shit.
And then got detained. So Iran can now say he sent someone to jail.
Whoa.
Yeah. That guy loves it, by the way. He's like, coolest story ever. So during like his birthday, I told Iran to get him a Monopoly get out of jail free card. He loved it. He loved it. Yeah. So
Oh
that's
my
like
God.
Iran's cool story, right? Besides the point. So a week later, my girl's at this party, some random party. She's like kind of tipsy, and I was like, okay, if you want to like do that stuff, that's fine. You can do it. Just like stay away, because I don't want to I don't like the smell of alcohol and stuff, right? And so she was like, okay, sure. And then she was a little tipsy, texting me, hey, can you pick me up, right? It's a 9:45 on a Friday night. I see her text, turn the phone, and go to sleep, right? Best part, my roommate sees me, sees her calling me, sees her name on the voice ID, looks at me, and I just look at him like, I gotta go to sleep, dude. I have 1:12 due in the morning or something. I just go to sleep, right? And then she calls me the next day. She's like, why didn't you come get me? And I was like, you had one drink. You can still do you've done 112 drunk. Like this doesn't this does not equate to me saving Iran's life, right? Like dudes before nudes, chicks before dicks, like, guys before thighs, whatever, right? So that was like straw one. She was very, very annoyed at that. Okay, her friends never forgive me for that, by the way.
Wow.
But I mean, I wanted to sleep. Having a girlfriend like kills your sleep schedule.
Priorities.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. It happens.
Dude, she was fine. She was freaking tipsy, and she was like, she could still. She left
wants
there.
the company, right? She wants to be.
Yeah, I didn't want the company. Okay. It was the freaking Mudge bed, like the twin XL beds. Your legs definitely hung off the edge, dude. Right? Like,
Oh, she wanted to like come over to your place.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Even if she didn't, like even if you went to her place in Morewood, yeah, I don't think so. I am going to sleep. Right? So this is straw one. You know, she's a little bit angry. I'm like, she'll calm down. It's fine.
Mhm.
Right?
Alright.
Okay. So we're all good. And then what happens? Oh yeah, 122 midterm 1. Yeah, that was like landmark number 2. I don't know, I had this bad habit of like blaming.
Is this spring or?
Yeah, spring.
Okay.
Yeah, we started dating in October and it lasted till February.
Alright.
Yeah. So 112 midterm 1 was like January, end of January, early Feb, right? So I did very poorly. And then, side note, I think I've like always done poorly on every CS exam I've ever taken. And I just don't understand exams, dude. Like I'm very bad at time crunch.
Yeah.
Like I figure out the problem like an hour after the midterm.
That
I'm
is like 122 and 112 also. They're just time crunching.
Yeah, so those are especially hard,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so anyway, I have this bad habit of like inwardly blaming myself and by extension like the people around me if I do poorly on something, right?
Okay.
So the first thing I do is let's take a break, right? Because I like want to focus on studying. And then she's like, "What? You always do this? Like we're like not something's wrong, but like it's because I didn't study, like I was lazy, right?" And I just attributed that to like spending time with her, even though I just as easily like wasted time doing other things, right? And so I realized like, well, maybe it's probably not fair for me to put this on her. Not fair for her to be the blame of this, right? So, I don't know, like serious moment vibes. I like, had a very long conversation with Iran in the UC for like 2 hours, and he was like, "I told you this like 2 months ago. You should break up with her because you're not ready for a relationship." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I just didn't. I didn't wind up doing it because like it's hard to break up with someone,
No.
even though if it's mutual. Like unless someone cheated or something, right? It's like very hard to do when you both have feelings for each other, you both care about each other, but it's a mature thing to do, right? And so I was holding on to hope that I could like evolve and like become better at time management, right? But I couldn't because like I was a freshman and a loser. I just couldn't do it. So I talked to my mom too, and she was like, "You should have broken up with her before you started dating, bro. What's wrong with you? Like, why are you getting a girlfriend, bro? What's the deal here?" So my mom, supported day one. My dad was like, "I can breathe now. I can tell everyone my son has come back to the light." My brother was like, "I told you, dude, girls are the enemy." So we I talked to her. I legit say, "We need to talk," right? All the cliches. And then we just talked for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. She's like, obviously she's crying. It was very emotional, but in the end, she was actually the one who was like, "Yeah, we should break up." I was just going in there saying we should take a break. She was like, "No, we should break up." And so I was like, mad respect for that, because it's like very hard to say that.
Okay.
And she ends it, right? So after that,
Something tells me this is not the end of the story.
it's not the end of the story. So this happened mid-Feb, and after that, dude, this is like pretty bad, but I've like had a very nice life, so I haven't really cried at all, really. It's like I remember this distinctly. I walked back to my apartment and I just look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, why aren't I crying? I should be crying right now, right? I wasn't even crying. I legit went to, like, as soon as I broke up with her, I went to Ron, I was like, "It's done." He like gave me a hug. And he just stared at me, waiting for me to cry. And I was like, this is not a dog and pony show, buddy. I can't cry on command, right? So I just go back into my room and I just stared at myself for like a good hour. Like, why aren't I crying? Call my mom, call my dad, and then my dad's response was like, "Come home for a weekend," right? And here I'm thinking they're gonna come talk to me and stuff. They just took me to a temple because I need to get like rebaptized or something. So that happened.
Parents of the goat.
That was like the byproduct, right? Ridiculous,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Ridiculous. And there were like 40 people in the temple, and it's like my dad saying, "No, he hates this, this, and this right now." Right? Oh, you've been to the Indian temple?
Never.
Good. Don't go. Not worth, dude. It's ridiculous because like, so we did that. But the good thing was it was like what I needed, not the temple, because that's like freaking malarkey. Dude. That's like I won't go there. Like, the way the sun is pointing on this day and this like Mercury's in retrograde did not affect my relationship, right? So, but what did was going back home for those 2 days, like mental reset button, right? And then I come back, right?
Yeah.
That's when we all went remote. Right?
Oh.
That was like the week we all went. Like I didn't come back from that, right? Because after that it was like CMU announcing we're going remote, right? So that was the next like year or whatever.
Yeah.
I stayed at home for COVID. Were you also at home?
Sophomore spring I came back. But that
Oh
was-
yeah, right.
I was at home the whole time.
Yeah, so I was at home, right? And that I don't know, but I was like, thank God. I like
In a
learned
way.
so much about myself. Like obviously, if I didn't have friends, that would suck. Like I got very close to Iran. That's when I met you.
Yeah.
I very close to Candace also.
Joined the server.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly,
The rest is
dude.
history.